to the Money RX for CRNAs podcast, where you go behind the scenes with host Brett Fellows, CFP, as he explores the unique opportunities and challenges facing certified registered nurse anesthetists along the path to financial independence. In each episode, Brett shares expert insights and actionable advice, equipping you with the tools you need to take control of your financial destiny and retire on your terms. And now, here's your host, Brett Fellows.
Welcome to Money RX for CRNAs. Today, we are diving into what I think is a thought-provoking question that cuts to the core of our priorities and values. And that is, if someone were to analyze how you allocate your time and money, what conclusions do you think they would draw about your priorities and values? Because they say that a checkbook and a calendar never lie, and I do believe that that's true. Then the way we allocate our resources speaks volumes about what truly matters the most to us. And while I'm certainly hopeful that an impartial observer would see a perfect alignment between how you spend your time and money and what's most important to you, the reality is a bit more nuanced. I mean, let's face it, life can be hectic, priorities can shift, and sometimes we find ourselves caught in the whirlwind of obligations and deadlines and distractions. And so it's natural to feel that we could do a bit better, that we could be more intentional in how we invest our time and our money to reflect our deepest values and aspirations. So in today's episode, we're going to explore strategies for aligning your time, money, and values more effectively, from understanding your priorities and setting clear goals to making conscious choices, and cultivating gratitude. We'll delve into actionable insights to help you live a life that's truly in sync with what matters most to you. In the fast-paced world of healthcare, especially in the demanding field of anesthesia, time can feel like our most precious commodity. Yet amidst the hectic schedules and high-stress environments, it's really easy to lose sight of what truly matters. And so that's why today we're going to take a step back to examine how we're allocating our most valuable resources, our time, our money, and our values. You see, financial planning isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet or retirement accounts. It's really about crafting a life that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. And by then intentionally investing our resources into experiences that resonate with who we are and what we can cherish. And that can cultivate a sense of fulfillment that transcends monetary wealth. And so throughout this episode, we'll explore how intentional spending can lead to richer, more meaningful memories, discuss practical strategies for prioritizing experiences over possessions, and nurturing a mindset of gratitude that amplifies the joy of our cherished moments. So, whether you're dreaming of that once-in-a-lifetime adventure, or longing to reconnect with loved ones, or simply seeking more moments of wonder and joy in your daily life, then this episode is for you. So in our journey to explore wealth and alignment, let's begin by unraveling the significance of what I call landmark experiences. Now, these are moments that punctuate our lives, leaving indelible marks on our memories and shaping who we are. So why focus on landmark experiences? Because as we navigate the complexities of life, it's these moments that become the bedrock of our cherished memories, especially when we share them with those we love. I mean, think about it. When we lose someone dear to us, what remains are the memories we've built together. And it's these memories that often stem from the landmark experiences we've shared. These are the milestones, adventures, and meaningful moments that define our relationship together. And so that's why it's crucial to cultivate these experiences intentionally, ensuring that we're creating a tapestry of memories that will sustain us through life's ups and downs. And landmark experiences unfold in three distinct and frankly enjoyable phases. The first is anticipation. Now, that's the thrill of planning and looking forward to an upcoming adventure, which is an experience in itself. And that can be a family vacation, a milestone celebration, or a long-awaited reunion. It's the anticipation that adds an extra layer of excitement and anticipation to our lives. It's during this phase that we begin to imagine the memories we'll create and the stories we'll share for the years to come. And then there's the experience itself. And this is the moment we've been waiting for, the experience itself. So whether it's exploring a new destination or trying a new activity or simply spending quality time with loved ones, this is where, frankly, the magic happens. Because every sight, sound, and sensation contributes to the richness of the experience itself and then imprinting itself on our minds and hearts forever. And then we have the lasting memories. And then finally, we come to the culmination of the landmark of the experience, the lasting memories it leaves behind. And so it's these memories, and they're often accompanied by photos or mementos, that serve as the tangible reminder of the joy, laughter, and love we shared during those precious moments. They become the stories we recount with fondness and the anecdotes we pass down through the generations and the essence of what truly matters in life. So by consciously seeking out and embracing landmark experiences, we not only enrich our own lives, but also strengthen the bonds we share with our loved ones. So as we journey through life, let's remember to treasure these moments, for they truly are the building blocks of a life well lived, a life filled with memories that will last a lifetime. Now let's dive into the fascinating concept of what I call memory dividends. So much like compounding in investing, where each contribution grows over time, our life experiences have a compounding effect on our memories, enriching our lives in ways we may not always realize. But here's the intriguing part. Despite the undeniable value of these landmark experiences, the most common regret we encounter is not having done it sooner. And perhaps you've uttered those words yourself, reflecting on missed opportunities or delayed adventures. So why do we often find ourselves delaying the next memorable experience into the distant future? And I think there's a few reasons for that. The first is fear of missing out. In today's hyper-connected world, we are bombarded with images of others' experiences on social media, leading to a pervasive fear of missing out. We see friends traveling to exotic destinations or attending really exciting events and living seemingly picture-perfect lives. We then feel pressure to keep up. Yet it's this fear that can paradoxically lead us to inaction as we become overwhelmed by the abundance of choices and opportunities available. Another common barrier to pursuing landmark experiences is the tendency towards perfectionism and overplanning. We may set impossibly high standards for ourselves, waiting for that perfect moment or the ideal circumstances before taking action. Yet, as you know, life rarely unfolds according to the plan, and by fixating on perfection, we risk missing out on the spontaneity and joy that comes from embracing the unexpected. There's also financial concerns. For many CRNAs, financial considerations play a significant role in decision-making when it comes to pursuing memorable experiences. Concerns about budgeting or saving for the future and maintaining financial stability can lead to hesitancy or reluctance to invest in experiences that frankly may seem frivolous or non-essential. However, as we'll explore later in this episode, there are ways to prioritize experiences while still maintaining financial prudence and security. We also have time constraints and busy lifestyles. And the demands of a career in healthcare, particularly in the high-stress field of anesthesia, can often leave little time or energy for pursuing meaningful experiences outside of work. CRNAs may find themselves caught in a cycle of long hours, demanding schedules, and limited vacation time, making it challenging to prioritize personal enrichment and leisure activities. So as we reflect on these barriers to pursuing landmark experiences, it really is essential to recognize that the moments we cherish most in life are often the ones we least expect. So by letting go of perfectionism, embracing spontaneity, and prioritizing what truly matters, we can overcome the delayed gratification dilemma and create a life filled with memories that bring us joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. Now let's tackle the two primary reasons why people often delay pursuing these landmark experiences: fear of squandering their money and what we'll call someday thinking. So, fear of squandering money. It is natural to be cautious with our financial resources, especially in uncertain times or when faced with competing priorities. The fear of squandering money can stem from a desire to maintain financial stability, avoid debt, or safeguard against any unforeseen emergencies. However, it's essential to recognize that investing in experiences isn't about frivolous spending. It's about investing in our well-being, our personal growth, and our relationships. Studies have shown that spending money on experiences rather than material possessions leads to greater long-term satisfaction and happiness. So to overcome this fear, consider reframing your mindset towards spending. Instead of viewing it as just an expense, think of it as an investment in creating lasting memories and enriching your life. Set aside a dedicated budget for experiences, or prioritize activities that align with your values, and seek out opportunities for meaningful connections and personal growth. Rather than letting opportunities pass us by for fear of squandering our money, we should acknowledge that squandering our lives should be a much greater worry. None of us are promised tomorrow, and the value of our experiences far outweighs any temporary financial concerns. And how often have we put off pursuing our dreams and aspirations with the vague promise of someday? Well, that someday thinking is a common trap that keeps us stuck in a cycle of procrastination, waiting for the perfect moment to take action. The problem with someday thinking is that it robs us of the present moment and perpetuates a sense of dissatisfaction and regret. It is really easy to fall into the trap of delaying our happiness and fulfillment, believing that there will always be more time in the future. Remember, and I think about this a lot, the future is never guaranteed. And the best time to start living the life you desire is now. By embracing a mindset of now rather than someday, you will empower yourself to seize opportunities and create these meaningful experiences and live life on your own terms. I do want to explore the delicate balance between seizing opportunities and exercising prudence when considering delaying landmark experiences, however. It is essential to acknowledge that there are indeed circumstances where delaying a landmark experience is warranted, and factors such as financial constraints or timing or personal obligations may necessitate postponement until the conditions are more favorable. So there are times when delaying an experience allows us to better prepare or mitigate risks or align our resources more effectively. However, again, there's a fine line between prudent delay and succumbing to paralysis by over-analysis. Zig Ziglar's wisdom rings true here, and he said, if we wait until all the lights are green before embarking on our journey, we'll spend our whole lives sitting at home. And so it's easy to get caught up in waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances to pursue our dreams. But the reality is that life is, again, unpredictable, and there will never be a perfect time to take action. Sometimes we just have to trust our instincts, take calculated risks, and embrace the uncertainty of the journey ahead. And finally, it's essential to recognize the power of incremental progress. Just again, as investing, where consistent contributions over time lead to significant growth, well, so too does taking small steps towards our goals. Rather than waiting for the perfect moment to pursue a landmark experience, consider instead taking small, actionable steps that align with your values and your aspirations. Whether it's setting aside a dedicated savings account or researching potential destinations or committing to a timeline for action, every step forward brings you closer to realizing your dreams. I want to emphasize that I don't want you to spend your life waiting on the sidelines. As a financial planner, my goal is to empower you to live a life filled with memorable experiences, regardless of your financial situation. And again, here's why. Memorable experiences don't have to come with a hefty price tag. While traveling the world may be on your bucket list, there are countless other ways to create meaningful memories without breaking the bank. And it's not about choosing between travel or family time, adventure or altruism. It's more about finding a balance that reflects your unique values and priorities. Perhaps you'll find fulfillment in a combination of both, blending travel experiences with meaningful moments spent with loved ones and perhaps opportunities for service and giving back. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, it's not the destination that defines our lives, but the journey we take to get there. As a financial planner, I encourage you to embrace the journey of life with an open heart and a spirit of curiosity and wonder. So as your wheels start turning and you contemplate the possibilities that lie ahead, remember that the experiences I'm advocating for don't have to be expensive. They just have to be memorable. Whether big or small, extravagant or humble, each moment you seize is a step towards a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. So I hope you found today's episode helpful as you think about your acquisition of memories. Given that everyone is different and everyone has unique needs and circumstances when it comes to navigating time, money, and values, it of course is nearly impossible for me to cover everything. So if you have any unanswered questions about whether your wealth is in alignment or how you might spend your resources more intentionally so that you'll look back on life with more satisfaction, more gratitude, and more awe, or maybe you just need a recommendation or a resource, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can shoot me a note. My direct email is brett@oakcapitaladvisor.com, or directly schedule time with me by going to our website, oakcapitaladvisor.com, and click the free pre-op assessment link where you can schedule a call with me at your convenience. Take a minute, too, to give the show a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast. We'd really appreciate that. It really does help the show, and that would make it easier for other CRNAs who are looking to find us when they're searching for podcasts. Thank you again for listening to this episode of Money RX for CRNAs, and have a great week.
This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions. This podcast does not engage in rendering legal, financial, or other professional services.